All right, well, October is Financial Planning Month, and that means it's time to get your money in order. We're bringing in 3 pros to answer your questions about how to maximize your savings and set your family up for success. Certified financial planner ambassadors Douglas Bonehearth, Carrie Carbonaro, and Charles Weeks join us now. Thanks so much for joining us today. So I'm going to start with you, Douglas. So explain why we're here.
Yeah, we're here to promote financial literacy and having a financial plan. We want couples to achieve their financial goals, and there are ways to do that. And we're here to help you help share some of those ways today.
Excellent. Okay, so Carrie, why do I need a financial planner? What are the benefits?
Sure. So CFPs bring expertise, ethics, education, and experience. We are held to a higher standard. Actually, it's called the gold standard. And we are committed to put the interest of our clients ahead of our own, which means we're always acting in the best interest of the client.
Okay. So I want to make sure that I have that title in front, that they are registered or they are licensed through that organization.
Yes. And what's great about it, too, is if you want objective, unbiased advice for you and your financial goals, it's got to be a CFP.
Okay. So let's talk about couples. We're hearing a lot of couples are not combining their finances. So when couples come together, do you think they should have a combined accounts? Should they have separate accounts? Should there be some mix of both? I'm not talking about from a romantic point of view. I'm talking about just financial.
Well, I think every situation is different for every couple, but I think someone just recently wrote a book about this. So I think
That's
all right,
Doug might
absolutely. So, of course, everything we're talking about is for general information purposes here, but almost all the data, all the research shows that, especially in the early years of your relationship, that combining finances is the way to go. It promotes transparency, it promotes teamwork, but above all, it promotes better communication between couples. So yes, join your accounts together, operate out of a joint account. You can still have autonomy by having an individual account. No one said you can't lose your individuality here, but all research would point to the fact that you want to join your finances together, but even more importantly, communicate better together. It's about a practice around money with your partner.
Oh, I love that, because finances is probably the #1 reason why people get divorced. So
that and infidelity.
Well, yeah, true. All right, so we have some questions from the viewers. So as a woman, this is a question for you, Carrie. Yeah. As a woman who took time off work to raise kids, what can I do to catch up on my retirement savings? That's a really great question.
Such a good question. So my daughter-in-law is a stay-at-home mom. And guess what? It's never too late to catch up on your retirement. So what I would do is, if I was going back to work, I would max out my either 401k, 403b, IRA as much as I can. If I'm not going back to work, I would start to do a spousal IRA every year, which you can put money, even if you don't have earned income, into. Also, I would take advantage of, when you're over 50, you get all those great catch-up contributions that you can put even more money away. Now, also, women, we live long. Yeah. So we have to plan for longevity more than men.
Great point.
And so one thing I would think about is delaying my Social Security, because from full retirement age to age 70, you get an 8% increase every single year. So because we have that long lifespan, that would really help women.
Yeah, you need it. You need it. All right, this one's for you, Charles. Is now a good time to invest in the market, or should I focus on paying off my debts first?
It's a great question, and I get it very often, and my response is always the same. Not all debt is created equal, so it depends on what kind of debt that we're talking about. If it's bad debt, say credit cards or personal loans where interest rates are 20+%, it's going to be really hard to save and invest and outpace those type of interest rates, so we want to pay those off immediately. If it's something like higher interest rate or longer-term auto loans, we may look at that and say, you know what? If we're going to be able to save and invest in a 401k and get a company match, then maybe we want to save there. If it's good debt, like mortgage debt or even student loan debt, some of that interest could be tax deductible, and then we could also refinance at a certain time in the future if rates drop. So that debt we just kind of want to pay off over the term and start saving and investing now.
Yeah, so what I'm getting is there's a lot of stuff to think about. It's really great to have a professional, and I should look for CFP in front of my financial advisor's name, always.
Yes.
All right.
Let's do that.
Douglas, Carrie, and Charles, thanks so much for joining us today. And you can, if you want to learn more and get your finances in shape, you can find a CFP professional near you at letsmakeaplan.org. Thank you, Douglas, Carrie, and Charles. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Kane podcast for full episodes right now.